Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is JT from Above and Below the Belt. I want to talk about what Sugar Ray Leonard. He's picking Mikey to win the fight against Errol Spence Jr. And which I don't have a problem with that. I don't, I think I still think it's a 60-40 split fight. I mean, 64 Errol Spence and 44 Mikey Garcia. If he would have stepped in and fought somebody else in the 147-pound and let me see what he could do at that. See what he do at that point. It depends on what opponent he's fighting to at the time at 147. But if he would have did that and did good, then I probably would have been like it's been a 50-50. It's 50-50. But he's stepping up one weight class that he's not familiar with, and this is his first time fighting. So that's why I say it's a 60-40. But he's not. He got a chance of winning the fight because of if he move his feet. I mean, as in his feet movement has got to be really fast. The speed of his feet got to be really quick. Because Errol Spence can cut off the ring really good too at the same time. That's one thing that people don't talk about too. And and of course, and outbox Errol Spence Jr. He's not going to stand toe to toe with Errol Spence. That's suicide. I don't see that happening. Knocking Errol Spence out, I don't see that happening. Knocking him down, I'm leaning towards I don't see that happening either at the same time. But you never know because he had knocked down Robert Easter Jr. and he knocked down Sergey Limpness. He didn't knock down Adrian Broner. The reason why he didn't knock down Adrian Broner because Adrian Broner don't throw when Mikey Garcia throw punches. Adrian Broner didn't throw back. You see what I'm saying? So it's hard to knock out a person who don't throw punches back. You see what I'm saying? Don't throw he don't throw combination of different punches. So it's hard to knock him down at the same time for any fighter who does the same thing as Adrian Broner. Just don't throw his hands that much. That's why Luis Ortiz had a problem with Christian Hammer. He didn't throw a lot of punches. He only throw a couple of punches. That's it. You can't knock out a person who don't throw a lot of punches. Maybe you can. It's always certain situations, but it's hard to knock out a person. People who fights like that. But getting back to Sugar Ray Leonard, what he said, I picked but the reason why I'm talking about this because what he said and the reason why he picked Mikey. And you know what the reason why he said he picked Mikey? Because he picked Mikey because he's Mikey. Now, to me, you got to give me more of an insight, more detail about why you picked Mikey to beat Errol Spence Jr. And you know what? I would not have made this video about this if he'd got into detail because Sugar Ray Leonard is a Hall of Famer, boxer. Everybody knows Sugar Ray Leonard. You know what I'm saying? He's up there with the legends. He's a legend. You know what I'm saying? He knows a lot about boxing that I know that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Inside and outside the ring. I definitely would say that, but that's the reason why he picked Mikey because he's Mikey. That's not I'm just kind of surprised about that came out of his mouth. He should have, I don't know he was in a hurry or he was missing out on a dinner date or he was missing he was in a hurry to make another interview or do another interview, whatever. I don't know. Maybe that might have been it because I hope that was it because he was in a rush. He didn't have time to get into detail. But but the thing about it is that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing to say of how he's gonna beat the pick Mikey over Errol Spence Jr. You know what I'm saying? And Errol Spence Jr. Well, one thing is people don't know. Errol Spence was trying to get Sugar Ray Leonard to teach him to promote him a little bit at the same time. He sent a tape to him, but Sugar Ray Leonard didn't get. I think got to the tape late or didn't even see the tape because Sugar Ray Leonard I think still have a lot going on in his life at the same time. dealing with boxing and stuff like that. So, but maybe that probably was the reason why he didn't see his tape. Well, he did see the tape when Errol Spencer's arm was he was on his verge of getting established already. So it was too late to promote him or do anything to help him to get to where he at right now. So, but at the same time, the thing about it is, I remember he said, but he did say he never seen, he don't know about a little good man beating a good big man. That's really rare. You know what I'm saying? So, but Roberto Duran, maybe he might be going off of Roberto Duran beating him. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he might be going off that because it can happen. But I seen that fight, the old clips of old fight of him fighting Roberto Duran, and it's kind of funny. Even in that fight, he did really well in that fight when he fought Roberto Duran fight. And he did really well fighting that way. But the second rematch, Roberto Duran, of course, was known for I don't know, he's known for beating Sugar Ray Leonard, of course, but he's known for giving up and quitting in the fight with the rematch with Sugar Ray Leonard. But at the same time, maybe he might be going off of that. And the thing about it is, I just think that you need to give me more detail about how you're going to beat Errol Spence Jr. Because the way I'm figuring it out, the way I'm thinking, that could have been anything. You know what I'm saying? Why he said Mikey's Mikey, which is not a good detail, But I see the reason why I say this. The only way Mikey could probably beat Errol Spence Jr., foot speed, movement, outboxing him, don't stand in the pocket as much, here and there, dip and dab, but he's not a slick fighter. He's going in with a little bit of muscle. He don't want to gain so much muscle and be tight and be slow, because he don't have fast hands like that, but his hands are good speed, not great speed, but good speed, good foot movement to a certain point, but not great foot speed movement, I would say. Boxing wise, he's good, you know what I'm saying? But to beat Errol Spence Jr., that's the thing that and then move his head, you know what I'm saying? And that's another thing too. But at the same time, that's the only way I think he could beat Errol Spence Jr. And let me see, can he do that for the 12 rounds? Because if he beat Errol Spence Jr., it's going to go 12, I think. That's how I think. Now, if Errol Spence win, it might go 12, but I seen Errol Spence not getting a TKO or knocking him out, or the ref is going to stop it, or Robert Garcia is going to throw it in the towel. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think it's going to go. If Errol Spence win, I don't think it's going to go 12. I think if Mikey win, it's going to go 12, and he's going to outbox him. That means that he outlasts him, but that don't mean that he didn't get knocked down prior to getting going to 12. Because I remember this is somewhat, well, not somewhat like Tyson, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fight. Because I remember I had to look at the previous match between them two, who the last fought, and then I said, I picked, it was a 50-50 fight. I remember I was picking Deontay Wilder, but I said it was a 50-50 fight. I changed my mind. And because I had to see, because Deontay Wilder don't do good with skilled fighters, slick fighters. If Mike Garcia could be a slick fighter, he have a chance to win it. That's what I mean by foot speed movement, head movement, and outbox him, just like Mayweather. Mayweather got smarter every time he went up on weight, because he know you knocking him out is a very, it's not great. Your chances of knocking the person out who's bigger than you is not that great. Outbox him, yeah, if you have the skill wise and the leg movement, speed wise, and head movement, and the being defensive in a way, you have a chance. But Mikey Garcia get hits more than Mayweather in his heyday, in a sense. So, do I see him changing up just like that? I don't know about that. You're gonna go back to your old ways. I think when you know you're in the ring with somebody who's just different. And Errol Spence is that dude, because Mayweather and Freddie Roach and Oscar De La Hoya and a couple of other people like Eddie Hearns and Bob Aaron wanted Errol Spence Jr. because they seen something special in the dude. You know what I'm saying? They're not saying this for nothing. Some people say he's a hype job, and some people say he's a weight bully. You know, that's kind of funny, weight bully at the same time. But you know, if that's the case, then it's a lot of people who's a weight bully don't belong in the weight that they are fighting in. But if you can make the weight, then you can make the weight. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of people saying that because the casual dude that got that channel named Casual Boxing, whatever, he started saying he's a weight bully, and then everybody started saying it. And then, because you know, one thing is kind of funny, because I be seeing his viewership, and it'd be like in the 13,000, 20,000 and stuff like that. So that's what y'all getting it from at the same time. If you want to call him that, call him that. I know that you're not Errol Spence fan at all. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, you got your opinion, and I got my opinion, and that's the reason why I think that Mikey Garcia have a chance of beating Errol Spence Jr. But I'm not gonna go off because he's Mikey. I got to give details. You know, I know that as a person outside looking in, and now you got Sugar Ray Leonard saying because he's Mikey. That wasn't really a great answer. So, but what do y'all guys think about what Sugar Ray Leonard saying? Or do y'all agree with what he said, or do you not agree with what he just said, or do you think he need to go into details of how he could beat Errol Spence Jr.? Do you think it? What do y'all think? Do you think I'm right about how the way I'm thinking that Mikey can beat Errol Spence Jr., or do y'all disagree with the way I'm talking? How to beat Errol Spence Jr. if I was Mikey? So leave a comment at the bottom of my page, subscribe to my page, like my page, hit the notification bell for new videos from me. This is JT from Blow the Belt. Bye.